Hello everybody! Today, I'm going to show you how I turned this ginormous thrifted shirt into an A-line dress. That's today on Refashioning with Rachel. First, with the shirt tried on, I placed a pin where I wanted my waistline to be. I drew a line across the shirt at that point and cut off the bottom part of the shirt and set it aside for later. I folded the top part of the shirt in half and grabbed a shirt that fit me nicely to use as a pattern, which I folded in half the same way and placed on top of the shirt, lining up the shoulder seams and the folds. And I traced around my pattern shirt, adding 1 centimeter for seam allowance. And after cutting it out, I had my bodice piece. Using my nicely fitting shirt as a pattern once again, I placed the sleeves onto the sleeves of my thrifted shirt and traced around them, adding 1 centimeter for seam allowance. And cut them out. And made a tiny little notch at the center of the shoulder. I used that cutout sleeve to cut out a second one and made another little notch. I took the bottom of the shirt that I cut off earlier and folded it in half and made a point away from the fold that was the same width as the bodice. I made a diagonal line all the way to the bottom and cut that out. I made a point 1 inch down from the center of the waist and drew in a curved line all the way to the side and cut that part off. I measured the distance from the center waist of the skirt to the center bottom of the skirt and made marks that exact same distance on the side seams of the skirt and in the middle of the center and the side seams. I drew a curved line connecting those points and trimmed off the bottom of the skirt. This is going to give the skirt a nice A-line silhouette. And with right sides together, I pinned and sewed the side seams of the skirt. Moving on to the bodice, I opened it up and lined up the center of the sleeve with the shoulder seam of the bodice, and working from each end of the armhole back up to the center, I pinned the sleeve to the armhole. And sewed them down using a zigzag stitch. With the sleeves attached, I folded the bodice in half with right sides facing and pinned the underarm seams and the side seams. and sewed them together, starting at the sleeves so I could make sure the hems were perfectly aligned. I turned the bodice right side out and placed it inside the skirt with right sides facing. I pinned the bodice to the skirt, lining up the side seams. And adding a couple more pins. And sewed that seam using a zigzag stitch. And then all that there was left to do was to hem the bottom of the dress, which I did by folding up the raw edge once and securing with a stitch. And then this project was finished. So here's a reminder of how this shirt looked before. And here's how it looks now. I really wish I had ironed this before I took this video, but I think you get the idea. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment if you did, and have a beautiful day.